It's time for another Dice Tower review with Zee Garcia.
Hey, today we are taking a look at a little drafting game about sushi, the conveniently named Sushi Draft. In this game, you are, again, drafting sushi, trying to have the most of each type so you can score some points. The game is exceedingly simple. Let me show you. Sushi Draft comes with several stacks of tokens, and it comes with a deck of cards of these round cards. To play the game, you're going to deal each player 5 cards, and you are ready to begin. You're going to sort these tokens face down. Every player takes a look at their hand, which as you can see has different types of sushi and a value. The number is how many cards of that type there are in the game. And very simply, it's a drafting game in which you are going to be taking one card. You are going to keep it. Everyone will do so. I'll play randomly for the other 2 players here. Everyone flips their card simultaneously. They put it face up in front of them. This one is an illegal play because it's a wild card, which you can play to any pile, but it has to have one card at least in it already. That player is trying to cheat. Alright, that one gets that. And now everybody from their hand keeps one that they want to hold back, and they pass the rest. And so this player keeps one, passes the rest, which comes here, and this player keeps one, passes the rest. And now, from this new hand of 4, everybody again would draft. So I might take this other 6, because the objective of the game is to have the most when we are out of cards. So let's say I have the most of these 6s, which match these tokens you can see here at the end of the round. If I have the most, then I get the top token here, and I flip it over secretly. That's how many victory points I have. The rest, in this case, are also a 2 and 4. And we do the same thing for everybody. If 2 people tie, so let's say I have 2 6s, that player has 2 6s, that player has 1 6, we eliminate each other, these 2 tied at 2, and next place actually gets the token. The wild cards, like I said, could be played on anything. You are going to play 3 rounds of the game, and at the end of those 3 rounds, whoever has the most victory points is the winner. These here are the dessert tokens, and whoever has the most varied menu, meaning you have the most different cards, then you get to take one of these. That's the basic game. There is some rules for an advanced game, which is really not much more difficult than the basic game. But basically the way that works is the wild cards at that point would only count as half a card for scoring. And some of the cards show a wasabi symbol. And let's see if we can find one here with the wasabi in the corner. Right there. There is one. It has a little wasabi in the corner there. And so those cards that have the wasabi symbol, any sushi type collection with at least one wasabi card in it will count as half a type for scoring. So it'll become harder to get dessert. So again, just for the sake of the type of card, if you have the wasabi, it counts as half a type in order to get that dessert. Makes it harder to get the dessert. But that's really basically it. The game's very simple, as you can see, even with the advanced variants. Play 3 rounds, try to have the most of each kind to score these, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game, let me show you all these. Hey, look at that. These are the 8s, harder to get. If you have the most points, you're the winner. As you can see, this game is incredibly light. It's a very quick game, takes about 15 minutes, and it's a nice little filler. I think this is like a super filler. It's the kind of game that I can bring out with pretty much anyone. I mean, anybody who's ever played a game, anybody who's even thought about playing a game, and they will understand this game, especially if you leave out the weird, complicated stuff about scoring half cards and such, which is fine. It's really not that hard to figure out. But if you want it to be super easy, stick with the basic game, and everybody will understand it. I think it makes for a Cute, quick little filler. Plays 3 to 5, which is a good amount. It plays about the same with everybody because it's a drafting game, so it goes at about the same speed. I like the artwork. I like the construction of the game. I think the tin is actually really nice for this game and works really well in holding all the bits together. It's a nice little filler. I recommend it if you're looking for a super filler, something really, really light, maybe something you could play with kids. The round cards are unique, but they're not annoying. Sometimes weirdly shaped cards can be a pain, and these are fine. They shuffle well, they work well, they look good. So I recommend it. I think you should look into it if this is the kind of thing you are in the market for. Sushi Draft, really nice little game.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.